going on, guys? It is Thursday night. It is 6 p.m. and that means
Central Time.
Central Time. Lifted Live. I'm Baker.
Can you hear Nick bang on that thing in the back?
Nick, go tell Nick to shut up. Anyway, I'm Banker of Custom Offsets. Again, with Brad here.
I'm Brad.
From Custom Offsets Suspension. And we're here to talk to you about cool truck stuff. And Brad's going to eat his pizza because he's really, really hungry because he worked really hard today. Didn't you, Brad?
Yeah, I do adjust my 401k. You know, I choose my 401k options. I put it into a Roth. I'm also starting a Roth IRA. So, I mean, I've been busy today. Worked up an appetite.
Not to mention training Nick.
Training Nick.
That would work up an appetite for me.
Very hungry.
If you are new or if you have forgotten, this entire episode we're going to talk about a little something. You guys can ask us some questions about what you should do to your trucks. If you have questions about lift kits, fitment, things of that nature.
I guess, yeah, the purpose, we want people to ask questions because we don't really have much planned, actually. We just hope that other people ask questions and then we kind of answer them.
Yeah. I have a great plan for tonight. I have a really good topic that I think everyone's really going to like. That Brad absolutely has I've been trying to get Brad to talk about this, but he doesn't want to talk about it, so we're just going to put him on the spot tonight. We're going to talk about how the current state of the country has affected lift kits.
Nick needs to talk about this.
Nick is learning. Nick's in training. Maybe Nick will be on in a couple weeks once he takes over.
Okay.
But for now,
let's see.
What's happening with the lift kit world right now?
So,
with the companies,
the suspension world in general, not just truck suspension, not just truck lift kits, is suffering from a massive influx of orders and
but that should
demand.
be a good thing, Brad.
It's a catch-22 is really what it is. It's a good thing because people are buying a lot of products, stimulating the economy. Companies are making a lot of money because they're selling these products, but it's a bad thing because they were hit with a huge spike in demand, and because of that, they didn't have the means to meet this demand. And especially during Corona, where companies were closed down or they were running on limited staff and everything like that, they got a huge jump.
A lot of these factories can't keep up, right?
Yeah, and a lot of the manufacturers are struggling to keep up because they're running on limited staff, so their production teams are limited and everything's limited. Production's small, but demand is at an all-time high. So what's happening now is people are just seeing crazy wait times and delays on things because of this. I know pretty much all of the brands that we sell and carry are experiencing delays for this very reason. I mean, we had a huge influx in demand for all of our products, and it hurt us in a way because we weren't expecting it, we weren't equipped to handle it all, and because of that, it's caused a bottleneck. And so there's just delays everywhere, and we're just slowly poking away at it. Everyone's poking away at it and getting there, but it's just going to be a matter of time.
Best first diesel truck that isn't a Ford.
What? Best first diesel truck that isn't? A 6.2 GM Detroit diesel. Awesome. This makes no power, doesn't move hardly at all, but they're super cheap. They're quite reliable. They're all mechanical, and they get great fuel economy, but they make no power. And they sound terrible.
There you go, Daxton. You want
That was my first diesel.
Old 6.2 Detroit diesel.
Yeah, don't get a 6.5. Those suck. But the 6.2s are pretty good for what they are. They don't make any power, but they're good little engines.
And they're probably cheaper than a 6.0 that's going to need head cuts.
They're definitely very cheap. I've had a couple K5 Blazers with the 6.2. They was awesome. I loved them. Never had a problem with them.
What if he's from the Rust Belt? Is he going to be able to even find a 6.2?
Yes, you'll be able to find a 6.2, and you'll be able to find it very cheap because there won't be much of the truck left. So you'll be able to find one for like $400. So that's what you can find up here.
Basically getting a diesel engine on a chassis. for that price, right?
Wow, for $400.
Okay, how about something a little bit newer that might have a body on it?
You can talk. Okay, I would say a Cummins, the 12 valve Cummins, but that's going to be in a Dodge, so there's definitely not going to be anything left of it. So.
It's going to need a trans and it's going to need some front fenders.
Yeah, if you're looking for entry level diesel, I mean 6.2s are pretty bulletproof. They're super cheap. They don't really have too many issues, and that's why I chose the 6.2.
06 Nissan Frontier with a 6-inch lift. Can you fit 22 by 12s and 33s? I didn't even know they made a lift kit for a Nissan Frontier.
I think Fabtech does. Yeah, I think that's about it. I have no idea. Nick, that sounds like something you would look up because you're bored. Would you know?
Probably Rep Country.
Oh yeah, I think Rough Country does make a lift.
Can you fit 22 by 12s and 33s on a Frontier with a 6-inch?
Yeah, you can
I mean, it's basically Tacoma, so I'm sure you can.
It's not a Tacoma at all. What are you talking about?
A Frontier?
Mm-hmm.
A Nissan Frontier and a Tacoma are like the same size, aren't they?
Oh, size, yeah.
David Ledger here has a death wish, apparently. He's got an 04 F-150 with a BDS 6-inch lift and a 2.5-inch level stacked on top to tow his 30-foot fifth wheel.
That's a bad idea. First of all,
He wants to know if he could put a way to level the rear to help when towing the fifth wheel.
okay, 04 F-150, that's going to be a mod motor, so it's already, what's that? Maybe it has a 5.4, that's going to be like a total. Oh, how do you tow a trailer with that truck?
Much
Stop.
like how do you tow a fifth wheel with that truck?
Yeah, I mean, I guess they make probably fifth wheel plates for them, but man, that's probably not a good vehicle to tow a camper that big with. I mean, especially lifted that high, you're gonna have some stability issues. Any half ton, really. But if you want to do it, definitely you're gonna want to put airbags on it. That's probably what I would say. What was this question? Leveling the rear?
Yeah, airbags or helper spring. Yeah, agreed. Chris Brown, judging by his profile picture, I don't think he's the rapper.
Shoot.
Okay, so the leveled AT4 we did, he said, does he know how it's doing? I do know how it's doing.
Oh, I remember.
Remember the black one? That was a farm truck, so it has not had a kind life, and I do know that he blew the CV axles out of it and the upper ball joints. I do know that.
To be expected.
So
Not surprising.
maybe don't throw leveling kits on your AT4s if you're going to be bahaing it through fields and really just ripping on it. So there's that.
Yeah. Because if you don't know, why do you not do that? Because AT4s are pretty much already have like a leveling kit on them from the factory. So the CV angles already are going to be at an increased angle. So then, if you put a leveling kit on top of them, then they're going to be pretty bad. And that's why you don't level them. That's why we're saying that. If you do.
Nemesis has noticed that there's 2 new CO offshoot companies, one for cars and one for off-roaders.
Oh.
So yes, Fitment Industries, you can check out their YouTube. Most of their stuff's really boring, and you should watch our videos instead. And then there's Trail Built, which is our off-road division, and we'll actually have Josh from Trail Built on with us next week to talk about off-road stuff. So that's exciting. I'm glad you found them on YouTube, the other companies that we have in-house here. Nemesis wants to go from 33s to 38s by using a 3.2 level and Bilstein 5100 ride height adjustable shocks plus, so he wants
This is
the ride height, the 2 to 3 inch ride height shocks
boy.
with a 3.2 level on top
Oh boy.
on an Expedition.
Oh boy, an expedition. Oh yeah.
He wants to know if he's crazy for trying that.
I mean, no. I mean, you're not crazy. I mean,
It's probably not the greatest idea.
it's not the best idea, but it's not.
I don't even think it'd be able to fit 38s. That's
Oh,
only
wait,
that's only like 5 inches of lift.
38s.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's never. You're never gonna. That's not gonna happen. Yes, you're crazy. Don't do that. That's way too much. You're gonna destroy the front end of the truck with that, and the 38s will never fit.
Wes Miller, we are always hiring. If you're interested in any positions, you can email info@customoffsets.com with open positions in the subject line, right? We're still doing that?
I don't know.
We have like a ton of open positions.
I don't know.
Peyton wants to know, how big a wheel and tire can you fit on an 03 Silverado 2500 with a 7.5 inch plate?
Well, if you're a fitment guy, you should answer that.
Wow. Depends on how wide you want to go. If you go wide, you can fit 35s. If you go narrow, you can fit 37s. So 10 wides or wider, 35s, without any cutting. If you want to cut, you can put 40s on the thing.
Well, no about that.
You can.
That's need 37.
What's the best coilover lift for a 5th gen Ram? I think there's only one.
What if the Ram half ton?
Well, I mean, if it's a coilover, I would imagine it's a 5th gen 2500. Why would you say coilover if you, I don't know.
Wow, so we're in a conundrum here, guys. We don't know. Is it a half ton? Is it 3/4 ton? Is it 1 ton? I don't know.
Wow. Dustin from Custom Offsets wants to know
Tell that guy to get a life.
the best bang for your buck lift kit for an 05 Chevy 2500 Duramax. He may or may not be shopping for a truck right now. Just throwing that out there.
Why are you getting 05? Get an 06 and up. Wow, like,
It's a Florida truck, I know that.
oh, because it's nice.
Yeah.
What was the question?
What's the best lift kit? What lift kit should he get?
What size?
You gotta remember, he's gonna be towing a lot.
You should totally, yeah. Okay, so if I had one of those again, I would get the BDS 4-inch coilover system.
So what are some sponsorship misconceptions people have when they're trying to build relationships with brands? That's an amazing question, and I wasn't gonna bring this up, but we will be doing Lifted live from a truck show in about a month. I wasn't supposed to tell him yet.
Why was it good for that?
That'll be a good question because we're going to be talking with some people
Oh.
that do
Okay.
that kind of stuff while
I see
we're
what you're
there.
saying. I see what you're
So
I get it. I get it.
that's a great question, and you should pop back in. Keep watching. We'll know more later. But
What if they don't want to keep watching though? What if they just want to answer now? Too bad.
Yeah, sorry, I can't answer that question right now because there's a lot. That could be an entire episode. So thank you for that idea for that episode. Let's see here. We're gonna do one more question, and we got to get out of here, guys. They want us to keep these things short and sweet now. How much to build a truck like CO2?
Couple $100.
Couple hundred bucks. On it, I think we've got about 50,000 wrapped up in CO2 with everything, all the parts, the Whipple, all the powder coat and labor on
It's
it.
definitely more than that. Oh, just you're not including the price of the truck.
Oh right, yeah, not the price of
Okay.
the truck, just
I was
into
like,
it.
dude,
Yeah,
just in parts, yeah. Okay.
parts and labor with paint and everything we got to do about 50 grand.
So yeah, a couple $100.
Yeah, so that just goes to show you 50 grand don't get you very far.
Yeah, who would be caught dead in that then?
Exactly.
Oh, at some point, it's a real poor person.
It's not even fast.
Yep.
It's not faster than a Super Duty on 40s. We
But
know
it's
that.
But it's got shiny wheels.
It does have shiny wheels. All right, guys. So that's gonna wrap up today's episode. Remember that this will be re-edited and put up on our new garage channel, so you're gonna want to make sure you go over and check that out. Subscribe to that. That's where all of the actual knowledge is going to be from now on. Stay subscribed to the regular Custom Offsets to watch Dustin and Lawson stumble through reading scripts, because that's been super fun to watch and entertaining.
They don't know how to read, so give them a break.
Yeah, exactly. Give them a break. They're kids. They're still learning. We go with their ABCs up with them every morning. Anyway, make sure to tune in next week. We're gonna go over off-road stuff. So get your off-road questions ready. I know I
Why
skip
can't I
over
be
it.
on that?
You are gonna be in on it.
Oh yeah.
It's gonna be me,
Yeah.
you, and Josh
You told me that.
from Trail Build. I told you this.
Okay.
So next week is off-road, guys. See you then.